Hi, Statesman Nation. We are back here for Week 6 of the 2019 season, previewing the Missouri Valley game. And I guess before we get to that, Coach, we've got to talk about a weird, wild 7-7 tie. We haven't talked about ties because we shouldn't have ties anymore. That's why they're doing the overtime. We weren't supposed to, but Mother Nature wins all.
Yeah, and it was the craziest thing I've ever been a part of. I've been a part of, we had a delay against Baker, obviously, but that really was at halftime, not that big a deal, just extended halftime. When I was at Emporia State, we had a delay in the second half, and we were winning the game, so it was a pretty easy decision for everybody. But 7-7 tie. Coach Callaway and I, when we talked with the ADs and the commissioner and things like that, really neither one of us at the time wanted to tie. I mean, that's just how it went. But you looked at the radar, and there was lightning all the way down to Kansas City, and we were right in a direct line. And even after I went home and sat down and 11 o'clock rolled around, it was still lightning outside. So we made the right decision. It was not gonna quit, and for safety's sake, we made the right call.
Yeah. Hindsight's 20/20 on that.
It is.
It was like when we played earlier in the day, and it is what it is.
Oh yeah,
it would have messed everything up. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Moot point, but hey, for those 2 quarters, it was a good, even game. We were putting together a lot of good stuff near the end. How do you feel about the team?
Well, I thought
2 quarters?
Really, I thought we played great. I was very pleased with our offense. We didn't turn the ball over, and at that point in time, our defense was really playing well. I think we gave up 23 yards rushing in the first half at that point, and so that was a big factor for us. And I'm sure they're saying the same thing, but we felt like we had a pretty good control of the game. We had 140 some yards rushing at halftime, and for us, that's right where we want to be. Exactly. We controlled the clock. I think they ran 5 or 6 total plays in the first quarter, and so we felt good about where our team was and the way we were playing. We felt good about that, and we've had another great week. Our kids, I'm telling you, they're as good as advertised when we talk about how good they are about practice time and using it wisely. And we're a good practice team. It's starting to show on Saturdays, and I really feel good that we're going to show up Saturday ready to play and have a great chance to win.
Definitely. Talk about Missouri Valley. Now Jake Bridges, really strong quarterback. Throws the ball really well. They're slightly more on the, they're very much on the one-dimensional side of things. How much are you guys keying up on, hey, we'll just stop you, and if we can stop you, we're going to be in a good position?
Well, he's
I shouldn't say stopping you, but slowing you down.
Yeah, I mean, he's something else. He's very elusive, and I know, Johnny Manziel gets thrown around, but that's kind of what he tries to represent, and he does a good job of it. Last year, I think, we had we ended up sacking him like 4 or 5 times last year, but we had multiple other opportunities where we had him dead to rights in the backfield, and he got away from us and made a play and threw the ball down the field. And you watch film and it's still a lot the same. I mean, you have to corral him. You have to keep him in the pocket, and when you get an opportunity to get your hands on him, you have to grab cloth, grab whatever, and just make sure that you get him to the ground. And so, very dynamic player. He did a lot of great things against us last year. We were fortunate that we made some plays and turned him over a little bit, but got out of trouble and still doing it. Defensively, they're big, they're physical, and that hasn't changed. We had a special teams touchdown and a defensive touchdown last year, and to win 42-0, they did a good job against us offensively, and so we'll have our hands full. We'll have to play well, and last year we didn't turn it over. If we don't turn it over again, we've got a good chance.
Yeah, and that's been and last week no turnovers against Baker. Obviously, only 2. I mean, you still end up on the negative side.
Yeah, but they weren't critical.
Better.
They weren't at critical times and things like that. Yeah.
So that shows where, and again, we always talk about it. Turnovers are a major key, and it is. Once you flip the script on that, now instead of being 0-3, you get a win and a tie.
Right.
Hopefully, we're going to win and win. But
right.
But just how much things can change.
Well, it's. I think it's one of the most important stats in football, the plus minus and where you're at, and again, it goes back to when did the turnovers occur? Right. Were they early in the first half or were they at the end of the game? I mean, you can look at some of those things, but very vital stat to a lot of football games.
Yeah. One other thing, special teams wise, they have a great punter, Drake Higgins, I think is his name. Really good kicker as well. I mean, so on their end, they might have a bit of the plus on the special teams. How important is that going to be?
Their punter is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, he averages 46 yards.
But I'm telling you, we've seen him kick it against Grandview. He had an 85-yarder.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
And we thought, well, it was just wind-aided, it rolled a lot. Well, then he kicked it the other way and had a 65-yarder in the air. So if that was 65 yards against the wind, then that was pretty impressive. Right. And so, but no, he's a great weapon for them, and he gives them great opportunities with flipping field position and things like that. You know, we'll have to do a good job with Jeremiah of catching the football. You know, don't let the ball land on the turf and roll out and things like that. And then just try and, we tell our punt returner, always try and get a first down. You know, gain 10 yards if you can. And he kicks it so far, sometimes he outkicks their coverage, you know. And so if we can catch the football and go and gain 10 yards, we'll feel good about that. Their kicker, again, is really good. They have weapons in the kicking game, and that is something that we've talked about and something that we've worked on.
Yeah, definitely. Any other keys on Saturday?
Well, I think, you know, it's a 2 o'clock game. You know, it's their homecoming. You know, all of those things that go along with that. They'll be excited for that, and you know, we'll need to go out there and play steady and you know, be ready to go when the ball's kicked off.
Definitely. All right, Coach. Best of luck. Once again, the Statesmen down in Marshall, Missouri. 2 o'clock start for against Missouri Valley. Last game of crossover action, then you got a week off, then you got homecoming. So it's a big one just to continue rolling in the right direction.
It really is. It is, and you know, we feel we're playing really good football right now, and to be able to continue that and get a win going into the bye week would be pretty special.
Definitely. All right, let's do it then.
All right, thanks. All right, we will.
Thanks.
All right.